Ladies and gents, welcome to the Vilk Show. Ready? Let's do it. Down. Yes. Good boy. Okay. Sit. Sit. Good boy. Yeah. Shake. Yes. Good boy. Under. Yeah. Round. Yes. Good boy. Stay. Good boy. Truth be told, I've spent about a week overthinking this video. You know when you have like an idea of something in your mind and it's really nice and perfect, and then every time you sit down to actually try and make it happen, something is always off. I don't know, maybe you don't feel it anymore, or you're not inspired, or something else is happening, or the equipment is not quite there, or whatever else in the world, and you just don't even make the first step. So this is my first step into actually making this video happen, otherwise I'll never do it, because I'll leave this place and I'll just never do it. So here goes, nothing. Sit. The first couple of weeks with Vilk had been totally overwhelming, but day by day, very slowly, we've been finding our rhythm. So a couple of weeks ago, I moved out of Odyssey temporarily and moved into this A-frame in the middle of the woods. You know, I had this like fantasy that I'll go to the woods and I'll be there with my dog living in this little simple cabin, and that'll be wonderful. And honestly, I mean, yes, I'm sorry, I'm making a video. Can you forgive me? Just for 1 minute? Can you take care of yourself for just 1 minute? Yeah? Yes? Shake. 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 Yes, good boy. Okay. I take that as an agreement. Anyway, so you know, you have this image of living out in the wild very simply, and it's hard. Anybody who has lived like in nature will tell you that it's hard. And yes, it has been hard, but it's been also like 90% awesome. So let me show you inside the cabin. So this entire structure is just made out of wood and plastic. It's pretty simple, and the side wall here opens up all the way up, creating this beautiful, lovely like terrace space, which is just so cool. And then when you go inside, none of this is insulated, by the way. It's really just like a very simple build. Here we've got 2 beds, one on each side. This is the bed I sleep on. This is the bed my stuff sleeps on. And Vilk is sleeping in the crate, because that's where he is the calmest. There's a little kitchen here as well, and a bigger like full-size kitchen, just a 5-minute walk from here. You know, it's got this like real like Instagram-y forest vibe, which is pretty cute. Vilk, no! I saw you doing that. No! Do not, I repeat, do not chew through that rope. It holds our wall up. I suppose us humans can either cave into difficult situations and crumble completely, or find coping strategies. Yeah. After a bit of the former, honestly, I eventually shifted towards trying to find ways to manage my new reality. First of all, lots of helicopter parenting. Lol, only half kidding. I wonder if he's trying to like find a hidey hole for the bone. Is that what he's doing? Most importantly though, observing this little guy has helped me figure him out a little bit. I still get overwhelmed by this hurricane of a puppy, yes, but knowing his little quirks and what motivates him, well, that helps a lot. So this is actually our last day here before we try something very new and very different. Well, not so new for me, but definitely very new for my dog. Vilk, we're going camping for the first time. Did you know that? Tonight is the first night that Vilk and I are going to camp inside Odyssey in the forest. I've been a little bit nervous to see how he reacts to car camping, whether I'll be able to handle him while we're car camping. It's all been a little bit nerve-wracking and scary, but I realized that I just have to do it eventually, you know, because this is going to be our life soon enough. With Odyssey, 2.0. That's all coming next month. But nevertheless, we have to try, don't we? Yeah, we have to try. Yeah. And if you just do this the entire night, I'll be happy. Yeah. Yeah. I've recently ordered like a portable air conditioner for him so that he can sit in the back comfortably and not be hot. But in the meantime, I've kind of Frankensteined a plan B, temporary solution, which is this little fan, which is USB powered, and blows straight on his face. How's that? How's that, little boy? Is it good? Well, in about a week from now, we should be getting the air conditioner unit, so let's go, shall we? Let's go camping! Yeah, let's go camping! 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 Boop! Boop! Let's go camping! Good boy! The plan is to take it slow. So I don't want to kind of like throw myself into, you know, the craze of camping in a super remote area when I'm camping for the first time with that little buddy over there. So I'm camping right next to the property that I've been staying on in a forest. Still, you know, in case of emergency, I can always come back, I guess. Okay, I think this is the spot. What do you think, Vilk? Is it okay? Vilk looks pretty happy with some bones there and water. I'm ready to put up the rooftop tent. Let's do it. Voila! It is done. The next step later on tonight will be trying to get Vilk into that tent. I'm not really sure how we're going to do it yet. I have seen videos of people doing it relatively smoothly with dogs about his weight. So I'm going to use the fact that he's still small and just try and chuck him in there. There is one slightly worrying thing about this spot. Two slightly worrying things about this spot. Number one, I did see a bear here a few days ago. And number two, there's a lot of bones around here. And this one is huge and it looks pretty fresh. I'm just gonna grab that bear spray. Here it is, bear deterrent. I'm just gonna keep it real close, real close. But before we dive into the forest, a quick word and giveaway from the sponsor of today's video, Jackery. So I'll admit it, I love the wild things, I love the wild places, but I'm not like a hardcore survivalist, you know? So even in a place like this, which is completely off the grid, no water, no electricity, nothing like that, I still like to just have power to be comfortable and to be able to continue working. So the Jackery setup that I have with me full time is pretty great for all kinds of camping trips, whether you're at an established campground or wild camping or in the forest like me or on the beach, or even in your own garden. So all you do is you set up your portable solar panels, then you plug them into your solar generator, and that right there is an endless supply of power straight from the sun. It's all green, it's all sustainable, and of course, I guess I don't really need to mention the fact that it's free and that you end up being completely self-sufficient wherever you are. The product I use is the Explorer 1000 power station paired with 2 portable solar panels, and that combo is really more than enough to charge all of my electronics like my laptop, my camera, my phone, as well as power, you know, my mini blender and my lights at night and all that kind of stuff. Hell, I think it would be enough to power a small hairdryer if that is the luxury you can't live without in the wild. And so to celebrate the summertime, I'm giving away 1 solar generator 1000. Here's how to enter the giveaway. Step number 1, subscribe to Jackery's social media channels, like right here on YouTube. But a little pro tip, I'm running the giveaway on all of my channels, so if you're hell-bent on winning, you may want to check those out. Step number 2, leave a comment right under this video explaining how you would use your Jackery power station if you win it. I will select one lucky winner on the 25th of July, and I'll let them know that they've won by responding to their comment, so make sure you check back with your comment then. For more details on how to enter and all the technical terms and conditions, check the description of this video. Good luck! There is so much junk here right now. I have overpacked by like a factor of 1,000,000. I can't wait to just offload some of this stuff in the near future. Oh, but for now, let's just get some of the essentials out into the tent so that we're ready for the night. Our first night in the rooftop tent with the puppy. So I'm grabbing his blanket, his favorite toy, and something to chew on. I'm bringing all this stuff up to the tent just for you. Yep. So this is the dream, I guess, right? Wild camping, out in nature in a beautiful forest with my puppy, munching on a piece of fish skin. And I'm here and none of this feels real. It just feels so surreal, like almost too good to be true. I can't believe that happiness can be so simple. Is this happiness? I feel so calm and at peace, and the birds are singing and I can hear the guy chomping on that fish. And it's so beautiful. Is this happiness? You okay? You okay, buddy? Hey, Viet. What's going on? What's going on? What does it mean when you're out in the wild and your dog starts acting weird and growling and whimpering? I have a feeling that that means get the fuck in the tent. Come here, little boy. Oh, big boy. Good boy. Yeah. How are you doing in here? So far so good? First time in a tent? Oh, this little boy is so exhausted. Another big day. With the little guy knocked out, I just changed into my pajamas. Well, thermals. I've got my sleeping bag. Here's a little blanket for him just in case he gets cold. And I'm just gonna get inside. And even though it's still light out, start going to sleep. Even though he's taking up like half of the tent. This is a pretty wild place. The owners of this forest showed me footage from around my campsite. They had seen bears and wolves and elk and moose and even mountain lions here. Honestly, I was kind of happy to find out about the bears after I had left. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How'd you sleep? Did you sleep okay? So we slept well. No bears, I didn't think. At least none that we had. It was pretty comfortable. Lots of space for both of us. And this little boy slept right through the night. Everybody down! Get on! Huh. Where are you going? Where do you think you're going, huh? Oh, your food is in there. Oh, you're ready, aren't you? Okay. Good boy. Down. Yeah. Shake. Yeah. Yeah. Good boy. this little guy first came into my life, I felt so overwhelmed. Like, I just wouldn't be able to manage him or handle him at all, ever. Felt kind of hopeless. But you know, you kind of get used to the rhythm. You figure out what works and what doesn't. And it's not that he calmed down, I don't think. I think it's more that I chilled out a little bit and figured out a system that kind of works, you know? So I'm hopeful now. Things are definitely looking up. In my 20s, I used to think that work is like the most important thing you can do, possibly, ever. And then when I started spending more time in nature, and especially now as I go well into my 30s, I realize that work isn't gonna love you back. So the thing is that in our like hustle-obsessed culture, it's just so easy to over-identify with the work that you do. Like, I definitely over-identify as a YouTuber, as a content creator, as a travel filmmaker. Whereas, you know, this channel, this whole thing may not be around forever. In fact, it definitely is not going to be here forever. So I've been trying really hard to like disconnect myself, my actual identity as a person, as a human being, from my identity as a professional. And that's so freaking hard. It's so hard to do because it kind of leaves you thinking like, well, what am I then? What am I? It's so hard to just be. It's always like we just do, always. We're defined by our doing, not by our being. Where did we go wrong? Or has it always been like this? So a lot of things have changed in my life recently, and one of them is that I started to enjoy cooking. I mean, like less than a year ago, all I could bring myself to make while camping was like pasta with tomato sauce. If you were here for that, respect to you. But right now I'm like, let's make something really special out of this. So let's see what comes out of it. First things first, come inside, woohoo! Yep, good boy. You gonna supervise the cooking? Yeah? Oh wow, you can really see my little gray hairs coming through. Yes, it is a normal and natural part of aging. Well, cute. All right, let's do this. Not my best work, but it's edible. Better than going hungry. In Japan, they call it shirin-yoku, forest bathing. Spending time walking through the woods, in between trees, breathing in the fresh air. Meek, you're disgusting. Oh no. Did you just eat that mud? Forest bathing is proven to be really good for your mental well-being. It kind of makes sense, right? I mean, after all, our great-great-great-great-great-great-grandparents did evolve living in the wild. But of course, being without nature isn't without its risks. The weather has changed super quickly. It's now starting to rain. There's thunder in the sky. I mean, the little guy is not too scared, luckily. but we gotta get back. We gotta get back to the car. Is that thunder? It's okay. Good boy. Not gonna lie, this is a little bit spooky. Probably shouldn't be out in the forest at this hour anyway, because this is usually the time that the bears come out. And kind of like, you know, when it starts getting a little bit dark. So I've got my bear spray here. As always. Yeah, okay, the rain is picking up. Let's go, little boy. It's so close. Just 1 minute away. Yeah. Okay, we're here. Right on time. Going in the tent. Oh, so much water. Oh my god. It's just water. It's just water. Yeah, good little boy. Well, this is not going to be the cleanest of nights since we're just covered in mud. But it is what it is. We have shelter. That's the most important thing. So I don't know how this happened, but the fairy lights stopped working. So the only light I have is this little solar light and my head torch. So that's not very cozy. I mean, I guess this just goes to show that not every moment of, you know, overland travel or full-time travel or whatever is glorious and beautiful. Unfortunately, I mean, this is just part of the reality. It is what it is. Okay, I'm just gonna get changed, sit down, chill out for a little bit, and go to sleep soon. Hey, my boy, how you doing? He's just obsessed with his bone, so that's good. What's that? Bone? Oh, nice. Nice. Little apple? Yeah, good boy. Can you hear him snoring? So adorable. Yeah, he fell asleep within 2 minutes. Oh yes, little baby. Yeah. He's got like a whole section to himself over there with his toys and stuff. But he just wants to sleep there. I have to respect his wishes. Good morning. Slept for 9 hours. Oh, he slept for 11. Didn't you? Still raining outside. Oh, it's that kind of weather where you just really don't want to do anything. Especially not get out of a rooftop tent and go out into the rain. Pretty miserable outside, isn't it? Well, we have to leave today. We have to leave. So, we gotta get packing. No coffee for me this morning. Fresh out of gas. Well, I guess it's just as well since I'm leaving today, but this is a little bit painful. Well, lucky you with no coffee addiction. Just an addiction to bones and sticks. Uh-huh. Ready to go, partner? Ready? Let's go. I was putting off this experience for a while because I was honestly quite worried about camping alone with a puppy for the first time. Well, it did rain. Yes, it was a bit uncomfortable, and yes, there were suspicious animal bones everywhere. But in the end, it all worked out. I guess the point is, once you make that first step, things usually start falling into place somehow. That's just the way the universe seems to work. The only thing to do then is to keep going.